Hello, 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 senorita, I feel for you. I've been listening to the Trouser Snake this morning. How are you doing? Kylie Dixon here, founder of the Northern Lass Lounge. Got a different hoodie on today. I'm a member of the Anxiety Society, courtesy of Chantel Hall from Ginger Crafts and Creations. Yes! Totally looked up my notes there, but I've got that many businesses in my head. You know. So, when you're on, right now, I'm interested here, right? Because I'm talking to you about how I won Facebook and how I now go around to do talks, loads of places, online, face-to-face, do loads of talks about this very thing, how I won Facebook, winning at life. There'll be a full PDF guide to this that I've drawn. It's actually part of the talk that I've done, and people have went. So I've done talks on at digital events, I've done them at business events about, I just go and talk about things that I believe have helped me get the success that I'm getting on social media. And the last one I did, a lady came up to us afterwards and went, I've spent thousands of pounds on marketing people to come in and look at my business, and I've never getting anything as much as what I'm just getting off listening to you. So I'm going to tell you some little snippets of some of the stuff that I talk about, which makes us feel, right, this is important, makes us feel like I'm winning at Facebook, because social media, especially Facebook, right, Facebook, stop letting it manage you, and now it's time to manage it. Social media as well, okay? I'm going to send this to a few people. Senorita, I feel for you. Sarah can have it. Angela, Stacey, Roxy, Holly, Chloe. Lots of E's, isn't there? Natasha, you can have it. Johnny Biscuits, what a name. Mirren, she's... Jen, you can have it. Mars, you can have it. Keep on going. Loz and Mac. There you go. Hello. So yes, I'm going to just give you a quick run through. Morning. Oh, you missed the first 15 minutes of the one on Facebook. Right, so can I just quickly tell you, before I get into this, I don't give you as much of the content as what I give in my group, right? Because that's where my commitment is, that's where my community is, that's where everyone's active. It's completely different, right? And this is exactly what I'm talking about today. So Instagram it's set up differently, isn't it? I can't share PDFs, I can't share worksheets, I can't drop links in, I can't do this, right? So communities on Facebook, right? And this is how I won Facebook. This is how you can win Facebook. Now I'm getting more and more obsessed with time. The more that my businesses are growing, and things are going around in my head, and I've always been obsessed with time, actually, I've told you that before, but it's becoming something that I'm thinking about all the time. And this morning at the gym, and I did share this in my Facebook group. Hello, Angela. I'll come back and read your comments in a minute because I'm getting distracted. So when I was talking about in the gym this morning, right, I was trying to think of something, because I do all my thinking at the gym about 5-6 o'clock, right? That's when my brain's at its most active, and all these things come into my head, and I sit and I do notes on me phone while I'm in between lifting metal things. And I was like, what have we all got that's the same? What have we all got that makes us the same? There's got to be something where we're all on a level playing field. We've all got different expertise, we've all got different experiences, we've all got different passions, we've all got different ideas. What are we all at the same at? Like, what is it that puts us all in exactly the same starting position as anyone else? What do you think it was? Morning, Angela. We all have 24 hours in a day, don't we? All of us have 24 hours in a day. So what you choose to do with that time is up to you, right? So I've just said, if I could give back to you 1 hour of your time, what would you do with it? If I could do something or tell you something today that is going to give you 1 hour back in your life, what would you do with that hour? And can you imagine if it was 2? It's doable. I've done it. And And in that, can you imagine what you can get done in those 2 hours? You can write a book. I do my writing for my children's stories in 2 hour stints each week. Imagine if I said to you, there's 2 hours, go and write a book. Right? I don't know, that's like thinking along my way of like working and my passion, but there'll be something that you can do for 2 hours a day. Right? So, the scroll hole I'm going to touch on again, because people are still scrolling and letting Facebook and social media control them, right? I've never been a scroller on Instagram, I have to say, right? And I know it's different, but I'm interested to know right now, which of you who are on here have got Facebook? I know lots of you who have. Some people I don't recognise, or I only see you on Instagram. Have you got Facebook? Do you use Facebook? Do you scroll on Facebook? In fact, no, not even for your business. Do you scroll on Facebook, or are you just an Instagrammer? Right? So lots of people are. Yes, Jen's got Facebook. Good morning, sassy. Right? Okay. And don't, like what I'm saying is, make a plan, right? Just get this in your head. Try and make a plan each day. And I know it's an easy thing to say, stick a timer on. You'll hear people saying that all the time. Put a timer on, put a timer on. I 100% put a timer on, apart from when I'm doing my lives. I put a timer on each morning. It's in the planner. Product placement, everyone knows the rules. It's the strategy I use, right? Put a 10-minute timer on each day. Do your interacting, get off, right? I can honestly say, and I've talked about this at these events that I've said, and I started talking about this, I think it was on Instagram, and a company came to us and said, please come and speak at our event. I've also been asked to go down to London later in the year, and I'll be talking about this very thing. And if you're toying with it, all I'll say is, I urge you to come over to our Facebook group, right? Even if you just set up Facebook for that, right? Don't worry about anything else to do with Facebook. Just get in the group. It's private. You won't see anything else. You'll see what I mean. I'm about to set up, me and the lasses, right? I'm about to set up. It's going into year 3 of business. And I've always said, if you're starting a business on social media, you need to spend a good year growing your following. Not just getting any following though, you need to spend a good year getting people who are absolutely bought into what you do. And it's hard graft, right? It is hard graft. And I've done that, right? And now, in April, I without having and following these things, what I'm going to tell you now, there's no way I would be about to set up a membership area on the 1st of April, right? I'm working every hour to try and get it set up. Me and the lasses who's in my team are. There's no way I would be ready to set up a membership area for people who are dying for my service, who need it, right? Who are crying out for it, and who bought into me. And also, I want to be able to support them, right? This is a big, big part of what I love to do. I would never have found any of that out if I didn't have this, right? Hello, Jazz. Hello, Mira. Hello, Nick. Oh, Nick, man, you've come and listen to me bleat on again. So, Facebook groups. Okay, I did the training a couple of months ago and it was brilliant. It went down absolute storm. People got loads from it, right? If you set a group up, you're winning at Facebook straight away. Straight away, right? Because of a couple of things, right? Just think about it in terms of this. If you go on social media, right, then you should think about how often you go on there and you just sit there for 10-15 minutes day and out. You just I've done it, right? Think about if you had a purpose every time you went on and you felt like you had a purpose. The only way I started to feel like I had a purpose was when I set my groups up and I started to fill them with people who I thought would want to know who I am. So the first thing you can do in a group is you can be in control of who comes in, right? You're in control of your own membership, right? You are filling it with ideal clients. which naturally makes it an active community because they're all invested in what you do. And if you're setting it up in the right way, you've really thought about it. Sometimes you don't even have to really think about it. I didn't. I just went, loads of people are asking us questions about social media for their business. So do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set this group up and just go in and go, I've set this up. That's how it started. That's the gospel. That is the gospel. I set it up and I was like, I'm doing this because I keep getting asked how I've done this and this on social media. So I thought, all right, I didn't know where it was going to go. It's now, in fact, I keep saying my second business, it's probably now becoming the most important part of my business now, because I feel so committed to hundreds and hundreds of women and business owners, right? And I love it. Next is 3 cheese for Northern Lass Lounge, just showing support Insta class. She's class. So you're owning your own audience. I don't mean own, I mean you're creating your own audience that's right for you and helps you with your mindset right now, because you're building that own audience yourself, right? You are then more confident in being able to go and give value, right? So instead of going scrolling for days and days and days, imagine the impact you have when you go onto social media for half an hour and give value to a community that wants to hear you. You get off, and what will people remember? People will remember who this person was who came on and gave value. They're not going to remember somebody who scrolled every single day and liked this and liked that and did that and did that. They will remember who you are. Jen says, would you remove inactive members from the group? I've never done that, Jen. Never. Why would you want to do that? It's a genuine question, right? Because I might not have the right answer here. If your group's private, so this is what I will talk about as well, private or public, you can have a private or public group. All mine are private, right? The reason being is I want my communities to feel like they're safe and they can ask anything, right? Plus, one of my groups has got teachers, children and families in, and yes, they post photographs, but I don't want them to have to feel like they're going to get shared instantly on social media, right? I always ask them if I can use stuff, right? But 9 times out of 10, they just go in the group. It's private. Same in the Northern Lass Lounge, right? They don't just ask about business, they ask about all kinds of different things to do with their family, personal circumstances, and no problem, always BW, need bother. Just it'll get uploaded to my grid, so there you go. Thanks for watching, mate. If it's something like personal like that, there's no way I want that to be on a public space, right? So it's private. So Jen, when you said, would you remove inactive members? When it's a private group, it really doesn't matter who's active or not. I've got lots and lots of members who sit in the background, who pop up now and again, and they say, I've never commented before, but I sit and watch all the time, but now I'm starting to feel like I'm part of something and I feel like I want to comment, right? I just don't get bogged down by who's active and who's not, and it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter to us. Like, I'll now and again, like every couple of months, I will go and check the insights and I'll see if the membership's still going up. And I rarely look at who's commenting and stuff, right? The only reason I'm doing that is because if it's dropping, I'm doing something wrong. And what I'm given isn't valuable. It's not educating, and that's what it's all about, right? So if it's a private group, you're not really bothered about reach because it's private, right? You're not... Yes, it makes sense. Thank God, Jen. Sometimes I talk to myself and I think, what are you talking about? If it's private, you're winning because you're not bothered about how far you reach. You're not, are you? Because it's private, so your reach doesn't matter. You're in a private group. Doesn't matter if you get right up to the top of the roof. You're not going to get any further than that, are you? Now, you can connect a page to your group. You absolutely can. I have, but that's just in case I want to be in a public space. I haven't really felt the need to do it because I get so much out of my communities anyway. Another thing, scheduling. Is anyone just on Instagram, by the way? Because this blows my bonnet, this, like. I think it's because I did it the other way around. Facebook was always my bread and butter. Facebook page. And then I looked at Instagram and didn't understand it at all. Then I started getting demand of it by putting a lot of graft in to understand it. So scheduling. You'll probably know more about this if you're Instagrammers, right? Sorry, I'm just turning my radiator off because it's bloody hot. If you're Instagrammers, because you need a scheduler, don't you? Like the Facebook Business Suite is the best scheduler you can use for Instagram because it's one of Facebook's features and you'll get more points for using it. But with a Facebook Business group, everything is in the Facebook app. You don't need schedulers. You don't have to log into something else, so it's quicker. You're saving time. Yeah. Okay. Market research. Right. You're winning for your business because you're using your community to do market research. Who best to ask? Is this a good idea? Is this a decent product? Is this going to be a good service? Will this membership work? How much should I who better than your community? You can't do that on a page. You can't manipulate who's watching on a page, right? And I know manipulate is a strong word, but what I mean is you can set up your membership questions in a way that makes you go, this person needs to be in my group. This person's messing about, right? Because I get them coming into my mushroom group who all want to do is sell bloody magic mushrooms, right? I wouldn't let them in because of how I've got me questions set up, right? You can do that. You can't do that with a page. Anyone can follow your page. And what else was I going to say? Oh, the welcome post. The welcome post, right? So this goes back to what I said there. If you can go on and give one piece of valuable information or do a valuable post or do something valuable for your audience once a week, right? Instead of scrolling every single day and wasting your time. So instead of being half an hour a day where you're scrolling, liking this, doing this, commenting that, looking in this group, you go, right, I'm just going to do this for once. This way I'm going to do one valuable post, right? Your welcome post in a group is incredible. You're welcoming people to your community. You're telling them what you're about. You're being able to show people what's coming, where to go for your services, right? What's happening in the next few weeks, why the community is brilliant. You've got the stage there and then every week, and people will show up all the time if you do that consistently every single week. Yeah. Groups. So yes, but you can still succeed with pages. I am going to say that, you're right. So hopefully some of the things that I've said there, right, your content's prioritised in a group. As soon as you log in to Facebook, you will see group content because Facebook prioritises it over anything else. What's the right word really for us not to sound like a dick? You're in control. Yeah, you're in control of your audience. You didn't own them. In control of your audience, as in who comes in. You can set it as private so that it's a safe community. Your welcome post, yeah. Your scheduling is all built within Facebook app, and you can do amazing market research to people who won't get pissed off by what you're asking. Sorry for the swear. So yes, that's it. Another thing about time though, when I've said, I'm just going to keep talking about it all the time because I'm obsessed with time, is we now do our lounge and learn sessions online and face-to-face. We've got face-to-face one coming in March, but the one in February, we've got a lady coming on who's I've known for years. She's gone through some absolute horrific things in her life, and she's still one of the most inspiring and motivational people that I've ever met. And I asked her if she'd come and do like a talk. So she's going to be doing a talk on the 18th of February. I think it's a Friday. I can't make it. I'm gutted because I'm in a school. She's called Paula Fowler, and she's going to come on and talk about keeping yourself motivated through horrific times. And she will 100% teach you about the importance of time. The importance of time and what you do with it. It's just huge. So yes, that's it. See you later. Have a mint week.